YouTube world? My name is Nicholas Montez, and you're watching my YouTube channel, Nicholas Montez. Welcome back to another YouTube channel, everybody. I'm so excited to have you all back here together again. And in today's video, we're going to be doing the next part of my series, Journey to Encanto, and we're going to be reviewing The Sword and the Stone. This is another one of the Disney movies that I have not seen. Probably, if I didn't see Sleeping Beauty, Sleeping Beauty probably would have been the next movie on this list. And of course the other wartime era films, but The Sword of the Stone is next on this list of films that I haven't seen. But before we get started, I have two announcements. Real quick before we get started, I just want to say that come tomorrow, I don't know what time, but come tomorrow, sometime early in the day, I will be doing a live stream on YouTube. That will be my review for mid-2021, from January to June, all of it. And you're also going to get my thoughts on movies, what are my favorite films of the year, what are my least favorite films of the year. You probably can guess what they are, but just to let you know, that will be happening tomorrow, sometime tomorrow. I don't know when, but it will be happening tomorrow. And I have a whole plan that I'll be waking up at 9 o'clock to get things done that I need to do. Also, before we just get started talking about The Sword and the Stone, we have some Disney films to review that came before The Sword and the Stone and they came out after Peter Pan. So let's go ahead and review those movies. And for me, the good on this film, I kind of enjoyed a few things about it, so you can kind of tell what kind of film this is going to be for me. The first thing is that the concept of having Disney make a film about King Arthur is kind of exciting, where they go on these journeys and you have Merlin in the mix and all these wizardry battles and stuff like that. The concept of that is cool. And it kind of results into some pretty cool scenes, whether it's turning Arthur into a fish, a bird, a squirrel, and then of course you have the wizard duel with Merlin and Madame Mim, which of course I thought that was the best scene of the film, by the way. It just has a lot of awesome moments, especially how it's in a Disney movie. So that's really all I have to say about the good. Now let's move on to the bad. And for me, this was just a hard film to sit through, because the way it told the King Arthur story was just not well told. It did not tell it well. It basically starts out as the origin of this sword being trapped in the stone, and then it literally cuts forward to Merlin and the bird, as he knows that somehow King Arthur is gonna come and get there so he can become this wizard stuff. And then he turns King Arthur into a squirrel, a bird, a fish, to learn lessons, which was kind of weird, to be honest with you. Now granted, it was kind of cool, the concept of it is cool, and the way it was kind of explored was cool, but the whole concept of it just does not work for me. But it resulted in some cool scenes. I can't lie there. But it was kind of weird at the same time. But then also, the characters were just not very good. None of the characters I really cared for. And then really the sword in the stone, when they pull the sword out of the stone, you don't really feel anything. You don't feel, I mean, granted they have light shining on him, and the woo, gods shouting at him, being carefree and stuff like that, but like, this was just a very weird film to sit through. The characters weren't likable, the songs weren't really likable, were not really good. The concept was just, I mean, the concept was good, but, you know, the whole, like, there was just, this movie's a tough movie to sit through. Like I said, I don't recommend movies, but this is not one of those films I recommend, but that's it for my Sword of the Stone review. I wish I could have given this movie something better, but I just can't, so that's my review for the Sword of the Stone. But before I give it my final score, be sure to tell me down below, what do you guys think about the Sword of the Stone? Did you guys love it? Did you guys hate it? Were you right there in between? And are you guys going to be watching it this weekend this week for Journey leading up to Encanto? I want to know all your thoughts. And what is your nostalgic purpose on the Sword of the Stone? I really want to know your thoughts on that. But with that said, let's get started talking about my scores. Alright, so that's it for my scores, but we're not done yet. We have one more thing to do before we end this video, and that's to see where does the Sword in the Stone rank in my Disney updated ranking. So let's see where it lands. Alright, so that's it for my Sword in the Stone review, as well as my updated Disney ranking. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My Instagram is Marvel6, my TikTok name is Marvel1Fan. If you guys don't understand those names, head to my about section so you can follow me on all social medias. I'm also on Letterboxd. It's the same name as my Instagram, Marvel_6_, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.